Good morning, Capricorn. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. I'm Kat. Welcome back. It is Monday, December 1st, and this will be your weekly tarot reading for December 1st through December 8th. If you haven't hit that like button yet, or that subscribe button yet, hit subscribe. My first 500 are going to get a free membership, so do that now. Wow, we, November 27th, I think, Saturn came back direct. As well as some other planets that are going back direct and forming what they call a grand water trine. So in November, we came out of this period where we had gone through some time with a number of planets in retrograde and stuff, and bring things coming up and wreaking havoc in our lives. But now we've entered into this grand water trine, which is huge, and apparently the kind of thing astrologers hope to see once in their lifetime, and hasn't ever happened in our lifetime, maybe even in human history, kind of a deal. So unlike other things astrologically which happen all the time, like Mercury in retrograde, everybody's heard of Mercury in retrograde. That's because it happens every other Tuesday, right? Mercury is a tiny little planet that comes around all the time. It's very often in retrograde, and yeah. So anyway, there's big things, big shifts happening for everyone. So let's see, Capricorn, what the tarot has to say for you this week. This is the reading for Capricorn for the week of December 1st through December 8th. So I am using different decks this week than I normally have been. And I had taken out a whole bunch for a Thanksgiving reading that I did, a special impromptu Thanksgiving reading. You should check it out on my channel. Maybe I'll link it at the end. So for a change, I'm using some different decks. We're going to do still traditional Celtic Cross, but this is this is the deck I've had the longest. I've had this deck almost 30 years. It's a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. I hate that it doesn't have Pixie's name on it, but it is the deck that I've owned the longest, 3 decades nearly. So let's do this. You are coming up with the Lover's card, Capricorn. Lover's card this week. Crossing you as your challenge, obstacle, awareness is the Page of Cups. Down here in your subconscious tool shed is a Knight of Swords. Stepping out of your immediate past is this beautiful Ten of Pentacles in November. Crowning you is a Three of Pentacles. You're going to be stepping in your immediate future into a Two of Pentacles. You are feeling like this Knight of Pentacles in your environment. Your environment around you is giving you 10 of Wands. Your hopes and fears is the Seven of Swords, and your final potential outcome, the Devil card. Anyway, well, before we get deeper into this reading, we're going to pull another clarification card. But again, I have switched up the deck, so I'm really loving this. This deck is called Arcanum. Again, I'll put links to all of my tarot decks in the video description below this video. This one is very much meant to read reversals. So there's our card. We're going to keep hidden until the end of the reading. But when I shuffled this before the video, I very deliberately mix them up and down so that we deliberately get reversals. If you're learning tarot, highly recommend this deck. Again, I'll link it in the video description. But if you're trying to learn tarot and you're trying to learn those reversals, which can be tricky, this is a fabulous deck for helping you learn those. I really like it. All right, so let's get into this reading, Capricorn. You're coming up as the Lover's card this week. I love it. Beautiful Lover's card. 6th major arcana, so coming back into feeling balanced, but mainly wanting to make like connections with people. And it's a card of passion. You're feeling very passionate. That's you this week. You're being crossed by your challenge, obstacle, awareness by a Page of Cups. So this could be a young person in your life or a person with younger childlike energy. It's curiosity and interest and whimsy and creativity. Pages often bring messages. So this could be a young person bearing messages of even like, I don't know, you're feeling the Lover's card, somebody coming in with sort of a romantic offering, maybe even. but that's in your awareness, or maybe it's your challenge. Don't know, Capricorn. But you and your subconscious Capricorn, and it's such a Capricorn card, is this Knight of Swords rushing in with your communication and swift communication and ideas and action. And he's like one of the fastest of the knights, rushing on in with words. And you're bringing that with you, Capricorn. You tend to do that. You need to be mindful of that sometimes. We'll talk about that when we get over here. So you're stepping out of, in your immediate past, a beautiful Ten of Pentacles. So we're talking in November, December, probably from the summer through November, feeling this abundance coming your way, like it's also family abundance and health. Pentacles are health, wealth, finances, and tens are the 10 is a new beginning, a new renewed wealth or new. So I feel like you've maybe in the recent past discovered a way to develop or grow your health, wealth, or finances to the point where you can pass it on to future generations. Or at least that's what you've been trying to do. Because up here in your crown is this Three of Pentacles, which is our apprenticeship card, which is often the card that shows up when we're trying to grow further, go beyond, and not just keep doing the same old grind, the same old thing every day. But when we want to change and make things better, you have to go back to learning. You have to be a lifelong learner. You have to, So that's why we have this apprenticeship card in our crown. We're stepping into the immediately in December, which is not a shocker in December with Christmas coming up and end of year and taxes and everything, whatever, is this juggling, this Two of Pentacles, the juggling of finances and trying to juggling health, wealth, and finances in December is what you're going to be doing. You're feeling like you yourself this week, first week of December, feeling this Knight of Pentacles. So again, wanting to take action moving forward toward your health, wealth, and finances, but being very cautious. He's very planted. He's stationary. He's the most careful of all the knights. He's like the opposite of the Knight of Swords, who's can be a card of hastiness. He's the opposite. He's very, very cautious, and that's you. So that's good. That's good. That balances that out. Your environment's giving you this Ten of Wands, all this work, and you've got it. Look, you've got it. Like boom, and you're just you're cranking it out. You got the Ten of Pentacles behind you, so you probably got all this work that you're doing for that, and so you're just got that going on in your environment in December. Work. Your hopes and fears. I'm sure it's your fears. Is this Seven of Swords? This thievery, sneaks, people putting one over on you, people like ripping you off, or stealing your ideas, or things like that, is your fear. You're fearing people doing that to you with all this success you've got going on and all this work you're doing. You're fearing that. Your potential final outcome is interesting. It's this Devil. It's one of my scariest card in the tarot card, so that's you should check that out on my channel if you haven't seen it. It gives a good understanding of the scary tarot cards. Devil's one of them, but you shouldn't. Okay, so he is our 15th major arcana. He represents addictions, illusions, things like that. It's when you're deluding yourself, when you have self-imposed like illusions in your mind, like that's the Devil. It's also anything that pulls you off your path. It's any kind of addiction. It's toxic relationships. It's alcoholism. It's drugs. It's mindless scrolling on Facebook, which that's my Devil. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know how these things capture my attention, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been scrolling through this for an hour and a half. Oh, they could have been much better spent. Anyway, that's the Devil. That's the Devil's all that kind of stuff. Anything that takes you off your right path. So be careful, Capricorn, this week. just be careful around you and be okay. Let's talk a minute more about this devil card, because their bond, it's self-imposed imprisonment to this devil. Your self-chosen servitude. Their chains are super loose. Their hands are not bound. They could easily take this off their neck and not be bound to this. You do have power over the devil. That is so important to remember. He's only the 15th major arcana. It's not a big deal when you realize that you actually have power over him. Then it becomes no big thing. And so, yeah, but it is something, I guess, to watch, for sure, to watch out for, because here's the deal. Right now, we are all trying to step through this portal, and in order to do so, we have to shed things that don't serve us, and that's the devil. We got to kiss him goodbye, or those things anyway. And so that's why he's popping up as the final outcome. So what could our confirmation clarification card be? More about that devil, more about, I don't know. I'm so curious. Let's find out. Let's find out, Capricorn. Integrity. It is, we got it right side up. We got the King of Swords right side up, which is integrity. So that's so awesome. You got fear of the Seven of Swords, but don't. You are the King of Swords. You're rushing in like the Knight of Swords with swift action, but the King of Swords seeks truth and honesty. That's also swords. The swords also represent truth and communication and reason and logic and all of that. And so you got the King of Swords. You got integrity, and that's what defeats the devil. One of the things, anyway. One of the tools. So upright, it means mobility, morality. I can't read this very well. Objectivity, logic, and ethics. Objectivity, logic, ethics, morality is the King of Swords. It's integrity. Set the standard through calm, principled leadership and sound judgment. Okay, well, there you go. And that's your final word from the tarot this week, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, make sure, take a second, hit the thumbs up, please. It really helps my channel. And smash that subscribe button. It's totally free, and it will get you a free membership for life as a VIP member. After my first 500, it's going to be just a couple bucks a month. But yeah, grab yours for free now. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed week, Capricorn.